One obvious trend that's really exciting at Induron is that we have new technology rolling out in every single market we're in. While a lot of companies make and sell coatings, we're a pretty unique business even in our own space because we innovate our own technology. Everybody I compete with is buying other houses of innovation, trying to make those formulas cheaper and then rolling them out with bigger distribution. That's what big paint companies do. They don't make new things. They make old technology cheaper, and they shove it into the marketplace very aggressively across wide distribution chains. Places like Induron are really where the innovation is happening, and the most exciting stuff happening in this business is happening at Induron. We're making new things that haven't been done before. We're achieving things with liquid applied coatings that no one's ever seen. So it's really exciting for us to be the folks with the new stuff that can do things no one else can't, as opposed to just hoping we can crank down some bolts in the plant or whip somebody harder to get things out a penny cheaper per gallon. That's just not part of our business model. We survive by innovation and delivering more to clients without adding a bunch of costs that screws up their projects. Part of our goal with bringing Induron's products into these big municipal structures, it really does have to do with things like making job sites safer. I personally started my career as an applicator, and I can tell you when you're out there in the field cracking these buckets open, some people work for great companies that give them access to every data sheet and train them and have a toolbox meeting that morning where they run through all the details. Plenty of folks don't. And we need to make our products safer for those guys to work with, easier to get that information on how to apply it. So we work really hard on training these applicators, being out and hands-on with people to make sure that the guys actually putting this stuff on are the one getting the information. It doesn't do them a lot of good if it's on a website they can't access when they're in the field. So we work really closely with a lot of those people, and our goal in doing that, whether it is a municipality's own personnel that's putting on paint, whether it's a contractor that they've got out there, we would love to see them move to Induron products on all of these municipal assets. We're designing coatings that can bring that kind of value to each one of these structures, or we wouldn't be selling coatings on them. So one of the goals we have is really that Induron belongs everywhere in these municipal systems. We can help with the entirety of what they're tackling. For everybody that tunes in and watches some of this content, I want them to understand what our goals are, what we would love to see people take actions to move forward with Induron. For the municipalities out there, the owners of these assets, we would love to come introduce ourselves, teach them a little bit about our history, our capabilities, but ultimately asset surveys is really the next step there. We're not looking to be paid for that. We like to come out, we meet the plant operators, we like to walk through these facilities, we like to ride around and be actually inspecting and surveying. That's how we can most effectively help build budgets, help build specs, help prioritize which year, which work will be done. That's exactly the way Induron wants to team up with asset owners and the engineering firms that those folks are working to build specifications with. So for all those communities, kind of step one is we'd love to introduce ourselves. We'd love to survey their assets. We want to help them design specs. And step one to all that process is going to look at what's currently there. For the contractors out there that would apply these products, what we'd love to do is hands-on demos. We make a lot of big, bold product claims about what we can do with our products, and they don't mean much to folks unless you come and actually prove it. And so that's kind of our first step is rather than ask people to trust us that our products will do all these great things we claim, we want to come show you and bring our pumps and put our products on and let their employees spray the paint. We can train people, and we find that that's really where things come together. Once an applicator sees that these aren't just claims, that these are things they can plan on, they can estimate with, they know they can repeat in the field, they're willing to move forward with Induron, and that's where our partnerships grow. We really thrive on generational partnership. We're a third generation family business. We have multiple third generation employees at this company, and a lot of our customers have been customers of Induron going back to the 1940s. We have a lot of really deep relationships, and our goal is not to change that. As we expand our company, we want the rest of those relationships to be that deep. So as we grow into new applicators, new market channels, we're trying to build it by getting out there hands-on with people, really understanding what they have and where we can help them achieve their goals.